All right, let's try that again. Welcome to a TINTSgiving Eve special edition of Tint Wizdom. We're the night before Thanksgiving, and I figured what better night to be joined by Carlos, and I believe it'll be Carlos, not the Texas Squeegee, and potentially Sheriff Tintright. And basically, what I wanted to do tonight is just basically go over some of the things that are lined up for Tinter Battles, answer any questions. There's a lot of information I think that needs to get out there for those that are going or thinking about going. We have some videos we'll play, and I don't know, we'll go from there. So it's open forum tonight. It's a very relaxed evening pre-Thanksgiving. So let's get into it. And I want to start off by sharing a couple of videos that Tintertainment released, I believe, last night. And one of them really does a good job of giving you a perspective of what the Omni looks like, what the rooms look like, and the facilities. So I'm going to go ahead and let's get that video started, and we'll come back after that.
Tinter Battles 2023. This is one of the oceanfront rooms available for booking at the Omni Resort in Amelia Island. Here's some of the many ways to enjoy the resort during your stay. With 13 miles of shoreline, you can enjoy the beach, take a swim, or walk the shoreline. Nestled over 1,000 acres, there are tons of hiking trails with lots of native wildlife and animals to meet, such as this little friendly pal who will tell you about his other friendly pal, the turtle. Now, his other water friends like to hang out here in the many marshlands and lakes available at the property. Feeling hungry? Grab you some Tinterlicious snacky snacks from one of the 10 restaurants available. Next, take a brief walk back through the courtyard. Now this is where the Tinter Battles is going to be held. Take a swim in the world-class pools or enjoy the view from your oceanfront balcony, home of Tinter Battles 2023, international event trainings and competition, brought to you by Tintertainment in collaboration with industry sponsors for the getaway of a lifetime.
So that is the Omni Resort. That is where, where Tinter Battles 2023 will be, January 5th through the 8th. So that is the resort. That's where the actual Tinter Battles will take place and where it's recommended to stay. The main reason is beyond enjoying the resort and the nice rooms and the oceanfront and so on, that's where the actual Tinter Battles will be. So, from breakfast until dinner and everything in between, be nice to be at your hotel as opposed to commuting back and forth throughout the day and so on. It's a pretty packed day. So, from Tinteractive activities that are at the very start of the day, I believe will start around 7:30 a.m. to breakfast after that, into the day, to lunch, to the competitions, the both days, to dinner. There's time in between some of those things, but it's not a lot of time because the idea is really to not only keep the schedule packed, but keep it overlapped with different things to do. So there's a lot of different things that haven't been announced yet and so on, because really, we want it to be just a total experience. So recommended you stay at that Omni Resort. You can book a discounted room through the end of the month, and the oceanfront rooms in the main resort are $250 a night. And then there's villa single bedroom rooms for $215 and $15 for the 2 bedrooms. And you can get a single room with 2 beds if you wanted to share a room with 2 people. So you could split that $215 a night if you wanted. So that is the Omni Resort. So looks like we have someone joining us. I'm going to bring him in, and then we'll continue from here, because I want to go through I want to really touch on one of the main things is I want to get out there how to compete, because I know Carlos has spread the word, but I feel like going over it kind of step by step, because one of the very exciting things about this year that's very different than the past years is how extra interactive everything is. Meaning the competitions, who's going to be competing in Tinter Battles, that's all going to be decided there. So basically, by getting your ticket and coming, you are experiencing the entire thing as well as all the competitions, and you may walk away a Tinter Battle champion at the end. So going through that so everybody understands what's going on, I think would be helpful. But I'm going to bring in our first guest for the evening.
Hello.
Squeegee.
Sheriff. No, Maddie, not you. I need to talk to the sheriff. Please. Let me talk to the sheriff. We need to get an answer by tonight. Maddie, it's TINTSgiving night. All right. Okay. Bye-bye. Damn, sheriff.
What's happening?
Going to the voicemail. Every time I'm calling the sheriff, it always just goes 911. How may I help you? Well,
So,
I'd like to speak to the sheriff.
what are you trying to speak to the sheriff about exactly?
Well, Team Tintertainment has been selected as one of 4 teams to compete at the Tinter Trivia Battles. What the heck was that?
Okay, so Tinter Trivia Battles, I was just talking about how to compete this year. And Tinter Trivia Battles is one of the ways you can end up in the final Tinter Battles competition, right?
Absolutely.
And is that what this is about? Or like, what are you contacting the sheriff about?
See, in 2021, the Texas Squeegee was cheated out. And so 2022, the returning legends could not compete. So for 2023, you can compete. However, you have to earn your way in by being a finalist in any of the competitions before it. So that being said, I would like to have the sheriff representing Team Tintertainment on the trivia so that we may have a chance at entering the championship finals.
Got it. Okay. So Tinter Trivia, actually can pull the logo up on screen. And that is one of the competitions that the finalists will move on to the actual Tinter Battles. There'll be a winner of the Tinter Trivia Battles, a team, and then they will pick who goes on to the Tinter Battles. Yeah.
4 teams.
Yep.
It's going to work out like this: Team A versus Team B, Team C versus Team D. Whichever one of those 2 wins will go on to compete in another round, and that's going to be the Tinter Trivia Finals. Whichever one of those 2 wins will select a team to represent their group at the finals championships, at the Tinter Battles tag team title championships.
Okay, so the 4 groups are Team Tint Wiz Community, there's Team Tintertainment, there's Team Window Film Pros, and there's Team Window Tinters United. So those 4 groups are going to have teams of 5. They're going to compete in window film trivia, and the winning team will pick will appoint a team that will go on to compete at Tinter Battles in the final competition. Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's exactly right. So whenever you enter it, there's 4 Facebook groups battling it out at the Tinter Trivia. Now, the topics are not defined bottom loading. They're not window tinting technical questions. These are information based on the history of window film, based on certain milestones of the history of window film. And we're also talking about
history of window film. Is that what you just said?
What's that again?
The history of window. I think you said the history of window film.
Exactly right.
So doesn't that give Window Tinters United an unfair advantage with Billy Ayton being the #1 historian of window film?
Well, perhaps.
I feel like that's right there. That's a problem.
Well, maybe. We don't know for sure if Billy Ayton is on that team per se. Yeah, you know, the names.
So are you saying he's still up for grabs for another team potentially?
He may be up for grabs.
So how does that work then? If it's Window Tinters United, how do the teams get picked? Because if Billy Ayton's still up for a grabs, then what you're saying is maybe Patrick Franco's up for grabs. So who's not up for grabs?
I'll tell you who's not up for grabs is Sheriff Tintright, because there's no way that the Texas Squeegee is going to let anybody else poach one of the biggest tint flares this industry has ever seen.
Okay, so that's interesting because even so the groups are like the groups competing are group names. No one's necessarily tied to a group per se. So what you're saying is somebody who could be affiliated with one group could potentially compete with another. So Billy Ayton is known as Window Tinters United. He's obviously been around the industry for 30 years. That's going to be somebody in high demand. And what you're saying is he doesn't have to be on Window Tinters United. He could be on Team Tint Wiz. He could be on Tintertainment, even Window Film Pros.
He could be if he would like to, but again, we don't know for sure if Billy Ayton is a free agent or if he's already been signed under a Tinter contract for the Window Tinters United team. What remains right now is that there are 4 teams officially. However, we still are not familiar with who is representing each team as of now. How the more information on that will be coming out soon in the next month as we get closer to Tinter Battles, but it's nonetheless a very exciting segment as we've never seen information turned into Tintertainment.
Okay, so here's the thing. Then what you're saying is it's kind of like, all right, we gotta figure something out here, because what you're saying is, as of right now, everyone's up for grabs, and I'm just saying, like, it makes me want to get off this live stream and start putting the team together. So, like, sheriff's here.
Well, oh, thank the Tinter gods, Sheriff. We have been waiting for you, my boy. Sheriff, it's time to play the Tinter Battles music as the Sheriff is here, everybody.
Well, y'all caught me in the middle of I'm preparing myself for Amelia Island. So I was doing yoga, and I'd say I'll go ahead and get on this Tint Wizdom, but I was doing yoga.
So
why are you doing yoga, Sheriff? Are you practicing for a segment at the Tinter Battles 2023 Tinteractive?
Exactly. Yes, that's what I'm practicing for.
Now, Sheriff, how flexible are you?
Well, I'm a little rusty in the yoga. That's why I'm gonna have to attend the yoga classes at Amelia Island. Well, I ain't gonna say classes because it's really a luxury. So when you come to Amelia Island, you're gonna be able to experience this yoga session. And I tell you, I really need it, because I tell you, I've been checking these gaps in my back hurt and everything, there's a lot of gap criminals I had to chase, so I'm stressed out and I really needed yoga. This is my yoga. See this is what I'm in. See, I don't know if y'all can see it, but this is.
Don't completely turn around. That's good.
Yeah.
Just the front.
Whoa, Sheriff.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm just happy to see you, or if that's just a flamethrower getting hot and bothered here for the yoga master classes at the Tinter Battles 2023. However, as far as your flexibility is concerned, Sheriff, the Texas Squeegee wants to know if you are flexible enough to join Team Tinter.
Hold on.
No,
I don't
Eric,
understand what's going
this
on here.
phone has been going off for months. Months the Texas Squeegee has been trying, dialing and dialing.
Hold on.
In fact,
an
Patty
officer,
and myself have gotten very familiar with each other, and we may have a little bit of a something going on there since we talked for so long. We got to know each other pretty well. However, what is it that you want to interrupt the Texas Squeegee for, Mr. Devash?
Well, what it sounded like to me was like you were coming on Tint Wizdom to ask an officer of Tint Wiz County to be on Team Tintertainment. Tell me if I was wrong, but that's where I think you were going with what you were about to say.
Listen, what part of the Texas Squeegee wants the Sheriff on Team Tintertainment? The team needs him. The industry depends on it.
Hold on.
I don't know, Texas Squeegee, but that do sound real good. But I think I'm a. Hold on, let me
Sheriff.
Hold on, Squeegee, you got to pause. Let the man speak.
Texas Squeegee. This right here is a Krispy Kreme candle. It smells like cranberry and sweet glaze, and this helps soothe my mind. So this is going to help me make a decision. And the reason why I haven't answered your calls is because my mind, I'm on Amelia Island already. I'm already on Amelia Island. So the sheriff is already there. You just see me. My body is here, but my mind is in Amelia Island.
But Sheriff, come on, Sheriff. We have the team of window film pros captained by Patrick Fransco. Now, Patrick has been a industry legend. He knows everybody. He's assembling a team of heavy-hitting, knowledgeable window film pros that is going to be competing against Team Tintertainment. Then we go to Window Tinters United. Again, another group that has a number of over 9,000 members strong competing against Team Tintertainment. And then we have Tint Wiz Community. I mean, a smaller group, but moves like a tight-knit unit. I mean, everybody's family. And then we have Team Tintertainment. I mean, the tinfluencers of this industry. Sheriff, please, on behalf of the Tintfluencers, these window film pros and these Windows Tinters United, these old school guys keep thinking that us Tintfluencers do not have the brains. We are just nothing but flash. And Sheriff, the Texas Squeegee is asking you, please represent us at Tinter Trivia against the other Facebook groups. Please, Sheriff, this industry depends on it. The future of this industry watches Tintertainment.
Sheriff, please, before you make a decision, I ask you to consider a few things. And I think we should understand a little more what is at line here. Squeegee, could you maybe help us understand? There's 4 teams. Each team is 5 people.
5 people.
You know, 4 teams.
Yes, yes.
The winning team, the winner of that team moves on to compete at Tinter Battles, right?
Absolutely. So if hypothetically Sheriff joins Team Tintertainment, Sheriff, if we win, you and I can go in and compete, and we can take the belt back from the old school guys and put it on people that this industry, that the new generation can truly be proud of. The Tintfluencers are the future of this industry, Sheriff. We need to take those belts back. It needs to be in the waist of the Tintertainers, because only we know how to move this industry forward in true fashion. True Tintfluencers bring the industry together through content, community, and Tintertainment.
Sheriff, hear me out. I know the Squeegee is very Tintfluential and Tintertaining, okay? But I think maybe you need some time to think about it, and maybe we could talk about your segment, your competition at Tinter Battles, the gap inspection challenge, and that can give us some perspective and time to decide what team you're going to be on. And your gap inspection challenge is another way that it'll be another deciding factor in who competes at Tinter Battles. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So, Carlos, do you want to touch on? I can touch on that. Sheriff, do you want to touch on that? But you know,
well, I'll give a little information on the gap inspection challenge. The gap inspection challenge will be a challenge that will have you on the edge, the top edge. And we're not doing any shaving. We're not doing any filing. So it's all in your cut. No butts, no whip hands, none of that. Just it's all in your cut. And I have some state-of-the-art equipment that I'll be using to make sure, and I'm going to show that. I wasn't going to release this, but I'm going to show it because I need them to know that when they come to Tinter Battles 2023, they coming to see me. So this right here is state-of-the-art. And what I want to explain to you guys what this is, this allows me to see the micro edge, all right? Now this right here magnifies the edge here. I got different lenses that I can install on here. So this right here magnifies that edge. So if you got an edge that look like you've been nervous and you've been jigsaw, like a jigsaw puzzle on it, the sheriff will be able to see that. All right.
Whoa.
So this is high tech right here. And when I put this on, I'm gonna be able to see your edge up close.
Real quick, Nipsey was wondering who's playing the music. Is that Sheriff or is that?
Let me pause. That's my yoga. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. You can keep playing it. It's good you calm down.
Yeah, I was in a yoga session.
Like it.
I heard yoga gonna be at Amelia Island, so I started getting ahead of myself and trying to stretch my muscles. And I've been doing yoga and scuba diving now.
Now, yoga is going to be led by Marcelo from Ventralight. And that's another exciting part about Tinter Battles is all the different aspects of Tinter Battles are people in the community coming together, whether it be the competitions, the training, the Tinter active sessions, or some of the breakouts. It's all comprised of the community. And having him lead the yoga session is exciting because I remember about a year ago when he had posted some, he had finished some additional yoga hours and training. And I didn't realize I would get the opportunity to be able to be in a yoga class led by him one day. And I'm looking forward to that being one of my morning Tinteractive activities at Tinter Battles.
That
Yeah.
is something that
Me too.
1000% sure you're going to count on the Texas Squeegee to be attending Marcelo's yoga class, because ever since the Texas Squeegee came out of Tinter Battles 2021, you know, the Squeegee was a little bit of a pissed off Squeegee, but I started to incorporate yoga into my every morning routine. And through yoga, I've been able to find my peace and been able to come to terms with life. I lived a better quality of life. And at Tinter Battles 2023, the Texas Squeegee will be there in the Tinteractive segments with a yoga class led by Marcelo from Vetrolite.
Yep.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
Sheriff, can I count on you to be on the yoga class there with the Texas Squeegee one-on-one with the tinted one?
Wait, did you just ask him to be in your group again?
No. No, hold on, Eric. When we're dealing with sales here, you can't be ramrodding the sale. You got to finesse it a little bit. So, I'm getting the sheriff warmed up. I'm asking him easy questions. Can you be in the yoga class? And he's going to say,
that's what it sounded like.
We go from there.
It sounded like you were asking him yes questions, trying to get him kind of in the mood to.
Well, if you weren't opening your mouth, maybe this would work better. But I know what you're trying to do, Eric. You're trying to preserve your Tint Wiz community group by poaching the sheriff away from Tintertainment.
What if? Okay, we could. We have another video. We could all watch it together. What do you think?
Absolutely, Sheriff. Is that okay? Could the Texas Squeegee watch a movie with you, please?
Please take me to Amelia Island.
We're gonna go. So we could go back to Amelia Island and the turtle and the parrot, or we could go back to 2022, which was awesome, and see some of the feedback from 2022. Relive a little bit of that.
That would be awesome.
Let's go forward to 2022. Then we're going to check out Amelia Island again, because I do want to talk about the facilities and what to expect there in a little better. So here we go. I'm going to add that video. Turn up the volume. I think the volume on this one's a little lower than maybe our voices right now. So
a lot of excitement and camaraderie. And if anybody's going to come out here, I don't.
All right, we're going to restart that.
Come to this event, walk around and talk to a dozen people, which there's plenty here, and you gain 2 years experience. If that's not worth your time to come here, I don't know what is.
A lot of excitement and camaraderie. And if anybody's going to come out here, I don't think anybody should ever think that they can't up their game. They should always come out here and try to look at what all these other guys are doing.
All they've been doing is talking to people that I don't talk to in person at all. I'm not from the same state as you are. What is your prices? All that stuff. It's just that whole camaraderie of people that do the same thing that you do in a different state. Get here, talk to people, hang out with people, reach out to them. Don't be afraid to reach out to people.
The networking, the amount of networking that is within just this event is absolutely insane.
I feel like as an industry, we're all coming together. We help each other out. Before, people would, stray away from helping other tinters, but now I feel like it's all come a big family, and I see it getting bigger, and we do want to kind of compete again because we want that first place.
Definitely come out and experience it. Meet the other tinters, realize that we're all here to help each other, and, put a face with a name, so then when you're back at your shop and you have a question, or you get in a bind, you're like, hey, I met that guy this year. I bet.
Well, if you're not at the next event, you make a mistake, because there's a lot of things to learn from here. The networking is more powerful than anything else. You're learning from very successful guys in this industry. Why not come here? That's period.
You don't want to miss the next Tinter Battles. If you think this one was something, you don't want to miss the next one. 2023, be there. You don't want to miss it.
Awesome. I love it.
And one of the exciting things I think about this year is, like you mentioned before, Sheriff, Amelia Island, because everybody being in one place, it all happening in one, inside an arena that's 17,000 square feet, under the lights, with plenty of room for the cars and the tables, with the supporting sponsors surrounding the arena, and letting that be with the stage and the entertainment, like all that being in one place. I just, Carlos, going back to Tinter Battles 2021, the first one, I mentioned it before, but it's something that always comes to mind when I think about Tinter Battles. Squeegee, I don't know what came over me, is when it just started and I took them and I had to take the mic and we had to kind of go, like, you really set this expectation of like, this should be a high energy event. Like, it's going to be high energy. And, if you rewind to before that actually happened, imagining a high energy window tinting event, you had to see it, right? So like, I had these expectations, and you grab the mic and you kind of try to do your best to put that energy into the mic. And I don't know if it happened after I put the energy into the mic or like before I put the energy in the mic, but the energy was already there, or it was there, or it was about to be there. And like, hearing everybody's excitement and everything in Mike Norm's shop that he graciously lent out with no expectations of what was going to happen there, just gave Tinter Battles the run of the place. So thank you, Mike. But anyway, the point is the energy that happened in the first one. Then you have fast forward to the next one, that Sheriff was there as well. And, you felt everybody, the excitement in the rooms and outside, and when it was announced and so on, and then this year now in that bigger venue of 17,000 square feet in that one arena, and all the people and the lights and the stage, it's like, I'm just beyond, it's like just counting down the days.
It's been an evolution since Tinter Battles 2021, when it was first established. And, it was a product, and it was a product that was presented in a different light. And that was one word that set it apart, which is different. And, the energy from the first one, I mean, there was a lot of buzz and energy going into that one. And I felt like that one set the tone for what came afterwards. And obviously the roster, the Legends of 2022, built on the foundation that the people that were involved in the 2021 originally created. And I think that what we'll see coming in January 5th through the 8th is the evolution, the continuous evolution of Tinter Battles to evolve and adapt to provide more value, more of an experience, and more memories back to the attendees. I mean, this is a mega event, not only just for competitions, but whether you are a kid wanting to get into window tint training, or you are an installer, or you are a business owner that wants to take your staff to get intro to advanced training with some of the most elite trainers in the industry today, this is a place for you. Which, by the way, Tintertainment is set to release the official trainers for Tinter Battles 2023. And the concept behind it was to get some of the suppliers that are one of the most active, most relevant suppliers in the industry today to nominate their lead trainers, so that at Tinter Battles, it forms the league of lead trainers across the industry.
Is there any way you could mention who some of those trainers might be now?
Is
that a problem? I don't know. I mean, you mentioned you had a release day, but like, what if people heard about them now? No?
Well, I don't think so. I don't think many people would be surprised to know that Marco, the film trainer, is a three-time returning trainer of Tinter Battles events. That's no surprise. It is also no surprise that on behalf of Ceramic Pro, we have Dane Gregory as a 3-time returning Tinter Battles trainer. As of right now, those are the two that have been put out there. However, if the audience of the Tint Wizdom podcast wants to know right now, the Texas Squeegee needs to see it down in the comments section. Does people want to know, as of right now, who are the official trainers going into Tinter Battles 2023?
Haas already just felt like he posted that you should just give out the info. Can you see the comments?
No.
Okay.
Actually, give me just a second. And absolutely, yes, I can.
Oh, okay, good.
There we go. So here we go. All right.
League of Trainers.
League of Trainers. As of right now, we have Marco, the film trainer. We have Dane from Ceramic Pro. We have Jody Knight from KDX Films. We have Tony Kiger from Autobahn. We have the one that we haven't announced quite yet. It's Roberta from Modesto as the first female trainer of Tinter Battles 2023. And That is all that I can release at the moment. We are still waiting on some pending people to confirm with us whether they will be able to make it and host this. But as of right now, those are the elite trainers. Mike Norick, by the way, is also on behalf of Autofill Master on the PPF. He will be doing tips and tricks.
So there's going to be a ton of cars, ton of tools, and ton of the best trainers out there, all at the disposal of everyone who attends the event right then and there. Get hands-on. And
you know, Marco's down in the film trainer is down in the comment section, and Marco, the film trainer, has really taken a leadership role in assembling the League of Trainers. I mean, Marco, one of the most sought after trainers in the industry today, is taking leadership of putting together the League of Trainers. And so, Marco, if you're down in the comment section, feel free to drop a couple of comments and correct the Texas Squeegee if anything is out of line with what I'm announcing currently.
And now Autofill Mastery will also be there, and that's included in this as well.
Exactly. So one of the new additions to Tinter Battles 2023 is the business seminars. And Autofill Mastery has really positioned themselves to be one of the leaders of the window film entrepreneurial information. So it was a pleasure for us to give them the invitation to Autofill Mastery to come to Tinter Battles 2023 and host a mini mastery within the Tinter Battles event. And so they, of course, accepted, and they are a very, very significant part of this event as well, coming up in Tinter Battles 123. Now, the business seminars is on January the 7th, and that's that morning. Tintertainment will be releasing an updated schedule reflecting that as the event comes closer in the next couple of days.
Marco also pointed out you forgot to mention the great and powerful Rob Ruska representing Eastman, one of the best known trainers around and all around great guy.
That is because Rob Ruska was recently acquired. And as of recent, I mean, it was so fast, we didn't even have time to break the news, but Rob Ruska from Eastman will be one of the trainers there on behalf of Eastman.
Cool.
Now, one of the incredible things, again, for those who are in this industry that see a trainer that are not within their brand that would like to train with them, it's probably not possible in any other ordinary scenario. However, at Tinter Battles 2023, this is one of the extremely rare opportunities where any attendee can access these lead trainers regardless of brand affiliation.
And that really is obviously one of the things that was at the core of the first Tinter Battles, and then throughout is, you know, the brands are out the window in a sense, you know, not like literally, but as far as like
they're not out the window. Is the more it's a collaboration of different brands coming together for the betterment and improvement of the industry.
Well said. There's no barrier there. The barrier is out the window, and it's all work together amongst the brands and everybody, you know, everybody there.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's there with the same goal in mind. You know, we're all there to have a great time, to network, and to learn. And the learning part is one of the most incredible parts that I'm super excited about the Tinter Battles event. Again, from the Tintertainment side, the learning opportunity there is the Tinter Trivia on the window film knowledge. The learning on the competition side are all of the different styles that are accepted within this competition. Heat shrinking, torch shrinking, you know, we have bottom loading, two staging. Every style is respected at this competition so that the viewer is able to watch everybody competing in their best form, utilizing different tools and different styles. Now, the learning value on the business side of it, of course, are the speakers. The learning on the training side of it is, of course, the technicalities of the installation and art of tint and PPF.
Sheriff, we can jump back into the video and go over Amelia Island. But before we do, I wanted to ask, does anything stand out that you're particularly looking forward to at Tinter Battles? Whether it be something in the agenda or just simply something to do with somebody you're looking forward to seeing, anything at all? Broad question.
I'm looking forward, honestly, to the yoga, you know, more on the relaxing side, you know, because us as window tenders and, you know, we often work and, you know, we rarely get the time to really enjoy and just do a getaway. So Tinter Battle 2023 is being held at a great spot this year, well next year. And I tell you, it's so many things to look forward to. I can't even go over all of them. Like, you just roll the video, because every time I see the video, I get speechless.
All right, let's go. And here we are.
Welcome to Tinter Battles 2023. This is one of the oceanfront rooms available for booking at the Omni Resorts in Amelia Island. Here's some of the many ways to enjoy the resort during your stay. With 13 miles of shoreline, you can enjoy the beach.
Squeegee, I assume you plopped the towels there. How was the beach? Did you enjoy yourself?
It was one of the most peaceful times that I have experienced. And up until that point, you know, the summertime, this was during the summer that this was filmed. During the summertime, obviously, you know, we were experiencing a lot of viral videos and a lot of explosive growth on Texas Tent Master side. And, you know, it was great to finally get away. And one of the incredible things about Omni Resort is like it's like a mini world within that property, because you're away from a lot of things, but the property itself is about 1,000 acres. So many things to do, from the beach to the pools to the outdoor hikes to the restaurants to the spas. I mean, it was one of the most incredible times that I spent, and I could not get it out of my head. Seeing everybody there, enjoying what I experienced, and I'm looking forward to sharing it.
All right, let's keep rolling.
Beach, take a swim, or walk the shoreline. Nestled over 1,000 acres, there are tons of hiking trails with lots of native wildlife and animals to meet, such as this little friendly pal who will tell you about his other friendly pal, the turtle. Now, his other water friends like to hang out here in the many marshlands and lakes available at the property. Feeling hungry? Grab you some Tinterlicious snacky snacks from one of the 10 restaurants available. Next, take a brief walk back through the courtyard. Now, this is where the Tinter Battles is going to be held. Take a swim in the world-class pools or enjoy the view from your oceanfront balcony.
It really is I think like the view, right? Like that's it. That's the view from the room.
That's exactly it.
That's when you go ahead.
That's one of the views from the oceanfront view rooms that is available for booking under the Tinter Battles block. Now, this was, I believe, closer towards the morning, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this is one of the rooms. And you know, one of the crazy things that I'm really excited for is I know that there has been the flags that have been sent out a lot, and there has been talk about putting the flags on the balcony. So you can imagine this same exact view with the flags on there.
That's a really cool idea. I like that. That'll be real cool to get from the beach, like a picture of the hotel the other way, or from a drone.
Oh, absolutely. So, you know, Tintertainment is going to be having a media team, a full-fledged out multimedia team at the event. And I mean, you could just imagine the drone shots flying around over there as everybody's capturing that flag. I mean, we might set aside a specific time for all the attendees to go to the room and then drop their flags and then get that shot of everybody dropping their flags.
That's fucking incredible. There's going to be a lot of flags there. That's one of the merch items, and it's fucking a great idea. I love it. Okay, let's keep going. I love it. Dropping stuff out the balcony from the whole place. I think that'll definitely, they're going to love that at the resort. Do that the last day, you said?
We can do that the last day.
Whatever. I mean, any way you do it, it's going to be the last day. So
right.
Of Tinter Battles 2023 International Event Trainings and Competition, brought to you by Tintertainment in collaboration with industry sponsors.
And now those are just some of the sponsors. I wanted to pause there on the screen.
By the way, yes, it was. I see the comments right now. Jason was the one that mentioned it on Tinter Tuesday about dropping the flags and stuff like that. But again, you know, dropping the flags, everybody having their flags dropped out there would be a crazy shot. But anyways, continue.
I love the idea. There's these are some of the sponsors.
Some of them. Ever since this film was produced till the latest release, you know, there has been a few that jumped on board.
So why don't we talk about them? There's Autobahn, there's Tint Wiz, there's Tinta Tools, there's Autofilm Mastery, Expel, there's Ventralight, and that's Marcelo. Also, he'll be doing the yoga. There's Carrie from Release the Quacken. There's KDX Films, and that's Jody Knight's heading that. There's Media Tune. We all know Ray. There's Tinter. There's Disruptive. That's Autobahn's new cut pattern software. There's iMagnet. We know Patrick. There's Pro Tinter. That's Montana, not the sheriff. And then there's Matico. There's Solar Guard. Who'd I miss?
Let me see. I believe that was pretty much just about it. What you've mentioned there. I mean, if you go on Tintertainment Network on Facebook, all of the sponsors are up on there on that post.
Beautiful.
For the getaway of a lifetime.
Those are actual fireworks that were going off, or is that how, like, the picture of the hat is there? Those are real fireworks?
Right. So if you look right behind there, you see the Tinter Battles bag. Now, this was filmed in July 4th. It was, I'm telling you, it's probably one of the best fireworks show I've ever seen in my life. I mean, Amelia Island, or the Omni Resorts at Amelia Island. I mean, it's no surprise that they got voted one of the top island vacation spots to visit and take a vacation at, because it's a world-class resort. I mean, down to the definition. And this fireworks show that they put together was, in one word, it was magical. I mean, it really, really was. The impact of that, it was just amazing.
Yeah.
Now, one of the, another cool thing that was very, very tint-sightful to hear about is the amount of families that are actually going to be going to the event. It's not a lot of just the tinters. We have families that are now being a part of this event. I mean, it's always been an integral part of the event since 2021, but now that this is at a resort, I mean, there's so many reasons to go to this, whether it's the vacation, the trainings, the education, the competition, the fun, the getaway. There's so many reasons to go out there. It's the experience. And that's why I feel a lot of people are bringing their family, including the Texas Squeegee is bringing Mama Squeegee to the event as well.
Very cool. Yeah, it's from even just the drive-in, to me, I've been there before, the drive-in, seeing the marshlands and getting onto the island. It sets the mood. It puts you in a mentality, and like a relaxed mentality. And then being there, like you said, you don't leave the place. It's just so big. It's full of nature. It's full of serenity, and beaches. And then now you're mixing interactive activities and yoga and just relaxation with great food. One of the things that we haven't mentioned, but I came across it in some of the on the website, and there's a video actually on YouTube. I don't know if you're aware of this, Squeegee, when you toured the facility, but they actually hydroponically grow a lot of the vegetables that they serve there. So it's really like grown on property. They harvest honey locally on property. So they really focus on sourcing local foods from around the island and around Florida to bring really like exceptionally fresh foods. And that's something that I'm excited about, because I really think that a lot of the important times are those meals that you sit. I especially like round tables, because it kind of gives you an ability to really talk in a different way. And those, like, you sit down, you have a meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner. And I really think that those meals are really valuable to network and hang out. And it's really nice to break bread amongst everyone. So knowing that we're going to do that together, Thursday night, Friday morning, Friday afternoon, Friday night, throughout entertainment, then Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, the award ceremonies and everything, and then Sunday morning as a way to say goodbye. I guarantee you. I know Squeegee, off camera, you mentioned your Wizlips addiction, but I think the addiction to this event is going to be far greater than what you're currently going through withdrawals for leading up to the event.
I will say, Eric, since the Texas Squeegee is going to be working with you on this, I know I'm going to be very stressed out whenever I show up to the event. So you bet your bottom tri-edge that the Texas Squeegee is going to be booking the Zen Room on January 5th whenever I arrive there.
So what you just mentioned, I'm not going to repeat it. I didn't know that was supposed to be announced, but I'm just saying, whatever. But Zen Room, now I repeated it. But yeah, that's
with all this stress that you're causing me. Oh,
really looking forward to. All right, so the 3 ways to compete at Tinter Battles in the final competition. The first day of Tinter Battles, like the first full day, that's Friday. Thursday nights are welcome reception, food, drinks, entertainment. Then, Friday morning, first competition, it's the Gap Inspection Challenge. The winners the winner of the Gap Inspection Challenge moves on to Tinter Battles, the finalists rather.
Right.
Then we have the Tinter Trivia competition. Finalists move on to Tinter Battles. And then after that, we have the heat shrink competition. That's coming back. We haven't talked about that yet. There's the logo up on the screen. And that is going to be a final deciding factor on who else competes at Tinter Battles in the final competition, which will take place Saturday. Last year, Marco Cazorla came away victorious after an incredible run by the sheriff, also
Montana, the tint craftsman.
Tint craftsman. And then before that, before he went on an incredible run, it was the Cali Bros. It was holding it down.
It was Julian Guzman. So when the competition started, one of the first people that were drawn to compete was Julian Guzman. Now, the rules of the competition in 2022 were set. If you won, you stayed in your position and you defended until you win the entire competition or you got eliminated. So what started to happen is Julian, with a small Wagner, started to beat people and worked himself up to a 5-0 undefeated streak, at which point Montana walked in with his Steinel heat gun.
Hold on. Montana ran in, right? Because you went to go grab your tools or whatnot. And just like in the nick of time, comes running in to build further anticipation, and then goes on a run where I was filming it live for, I was live on Instagram for Tint Wiz, and I'm watching Montana, and I started thinking what's going on, because it felt like it was life was in fast forward. I questioned if something was wrong because you were moving at a pace that was unnatural, like inhuman. I've never seen somebody move at that pace other than maybe on the national, like a cheetah maybe could move that.
What was impressive was the speed of the Steinel heat gun. Is not a light heat gun. It's a heavy heat gun. It's hot. It's heavy. But the way that Montana was just moving that heat gun, I mean, it was a buzz.
Went on a tear. It was a tear.
He started
another run.
He took that Steinel heat gun and started going competitor after competitor, worked himself up to 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. And, it was incredibly entertaining to witness. I've never experienced anything like that watching a window tint competition, but just seeing Montana winning round after round after round, it was extremely eye-opening because, again, Montana has incredible talent and has an ability to be an entertainer. But beyond that entertainment, beyond that flash, you have a legitimate professional window tinter that was beating people with this Steinel heat gun, worked themselves up to a 6-0 undefeated streak until we had Marco, the film trainer. Now, one of the incredible feats that happened, Marco was known for using the torch. So, of course, his weapon in this competition was utilizing the torch. Montana had a backpack. Now, Montana decided he wanted to beat Marco at his game and send a message to really bury him down. Unfortunately, Marco finished up a little bit quickly. He ended up winning the competition. However, Montana doesn't feel like he truly lost.
2023, the word is that it's gonna be a rematch. That's what the little bird said. The little bird on Amelia Island said it might be a rematch. So you have to just stay tuned because the film trainer, man, he's dangerous when it comes down to that torch. But I think if we do heat gun to heat gun, it may be a little more, equal playing field.
Right.
Go ahead. After a year of, that was the first heat shrink competition, right? So everybody didn't know what to expect. They jump in there, they do their thing, right? Now, this is round 2 a year later. Everybody knows what to expect for the most part. And I'm just saying, I feel like the level of competition is going to be significantly elevated.
Absolutely. One of the, a couple of names have been brought up as far as the heat shrink battles is concerned. And, Eliu Albello, which, by the way, Eliu is another trainer. Just a little side topic. I missed his name earlier. Eliu is one of the Spanish-speaking trainers that is going to be at Tinter Battles specifically for Spanish speakers. So Spanish-speaking at Tinter Battles hosted by Eliu. Now, Eliu is obviously an incredibly talented individual with the torch, and he shrinks, impressively fast. You blink and it's gone. So Eliu has been brought up a lot as far as the heat shrink battles. He was not able to compete in 2022. So whether Marco won, whether Marco is the real best heat shrink competitor, it's been a great debate. We have Montana who wants to compete again. What tool is Montana going to use is still yet to be determined. And then we have Eliu Albello, who who has nominated himself to come back into the heat shrink battles, one of the fastest shrinkers in this industry. So there's a comment that's going around answering about Haas. Haas asked a question here. He said, if the Tint Gap Challenge is a singles competition, how are you going to get teams out of those? So let's go over that real quick. If you are competing at the Tint Gaps Challenge as a singles person, if you are one of the finalists, you pick your partner and now you're in. It's that simple. It's not confusing at all.
So you just pick your partner. Hey, there is the Tint God. Billy Ayton has joined the chat. Welcome, Billy. So that we'll get back to Tinter trivia. But so what you're saying is the finalists from the heat shrink competition will pick their partner. So it might be good to get in with who you think is going to be the winner potentially.
Exactly.
And get in with them a little bit, and then when they win, you become their partner. You take home the belts, and you know.
Yeah.
And so far, the belts haven't left. Oh, they did leave.
Right.
Texas. What am I saying? They definitely.
You have to earn your spot in there, and if you want to double your chances of getting in, go to the Gaps Challenge. You can go in as by yourself, and then your partner can go in on their own. Double your chances of getting in. That's a strategy that you can use. I mean, everything is strategic with Tinter Battles. It was strategic last year. It was strategic the year before. Everything is strategy, whether you're in business or in life or in competition. Everything is a strategy. So utilize the rules that are set forth, make the most of what you've got, and go out and earn it.
Now, is it a secret that there's one of the teams is? Can we talk about the teams?
Yeah, absolutely. No, there's no secret with the teams.
Because there's a team. There's Cato and Dean. Yeah, they've teamed up.
Exactly. And Cato and Dean teamed up for Team Canada.
And Sheriff is actually heading up to the border to see that they get through okay, and to make it to Tinter Battles safely in time for the event, and there's no issues crossing over. So that's going to happen. What do you think of Team Canada? That's a tight team right there. Yeah. What do you think of Team Canada?
Well, you have Dean Mitchell, who in the past has already lost to the Texas Squeegee. But then you have Cato, who is an emerging star in this industry. Now, Cato is quite the interesting character. He's been on fire. Let's just put it that way. This man has been on fire. Mm-hmm. And whenever Cato partnered up with Dean. Now, Dean, besides the rivalry with the Texas Squeegee, Dean is an incredibly genuine and wholesome person. When he partnered up with Cato, who is another genuine and wholesome person, to form Team Canada, you couldn't pick two better people to represent Canada than those two guys right there.
So, real quick, there's a promo video that
the A team.
The A team, as Cato said, the A. There's a promo that. A Tintertainment promo, Tinter Battles, and the beginning of it is Dean Mitchell saying, "I'm gonna shove that squeegee down his throat," and do you know what I'm talking about?
What are you trying to get at this with, Eric?
Well, I'm just saying because I've seen that video so many times on my Facebook feed of I'm gonna shove that squeegee down his throat, make him wish he didn't, whatever, I can just hear his voice, and what I'm wondering is. Is there any chance that you'll be competing against, is there a chance you'll be competing against him in the Tinter Battles this year, potentially?
Well, before I answer that question, I knew that you were going to come on here and ask these kind of silly questions with the Texas Squeegee. So whether it's a squeegee in my mouth or not, for Tinter Battles 2023, I am ready, and I've shrunk my squeegee so it does fit in my mouth without it hurting. Now, as far as your answer to the question,
in your mouth,
absolutely. If Dean Mitchell wants to shove this down the Texas Squeegee's mouth, he is more than welcome, because at the end of the day, it's not the same size as I once had it before. But it is not about the size; it's about the motion in the ocean. And with Sheriff Tintright, to answer Eric's question, whether the Texas Squeegee is going to compete at Tinter Battles 2023 depends on whether the Sheriff will partner one-on-one with the Tinted One for Team Entertainment in the Tinter Trivia game.
All right. Hold on. We had a question that's important, so we can't really skip. Hold on really quick. Strike that from your memory, Sheriff, please. You didn't hear what he just said. Tim asked a question. He asked if there would only be four teams competing in the Tinter Battles. No, it's not the winners of each competition. It's actually the finalists of each competition. Can you expand on the quantities from each of those three competitions?
Absolutely. So the first competition is the Gaps Challenge. Now, the top three finalists, which are singles, will select a partner and enter themselves into the Tinter Battles Championships. Moving on, we have the Tinter Trivia. The winner of Tinter Trivia will select a team to represent them at the Tinter Battles Championships. And then we have the Heat Ring Battles. Now, from the Heat Ring Battles, there will be 5 teams that are going to be finalists that are moving on. So we have 3. Again, to recap, 3 from the Gaps, 1 from Tinter Trivia, and we have 5 from Heat Ring Battles, along with the returning champions, which makes a total of 10 teams.
10 teams.
Competing.
Okay. So Gap Inspection Challenge will be the first time we know 3 teams are moving forward. Then we'll have Tinter Trivia. That'll send another team. And then we have the Heat Ring Battles. That's going to send 5 more teams to the competition. And that competition will take place the next day after the seminars and so on, followed by a Tinter Reception award ceremony, all sorts of things. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. January the 7th, we are having the Tinter Battles Championships. Again, this is going to be similar style to how it was in the previous years. Entrance theme song, of course, everything full entertainment out to the masses. And then that evening, we are crowning new Tinter Battles champions, along with an Tintimate Evening Awards ceremony reception.
Wouldn't it be something if it was still and like reigning champions, like if the Wizards won again? Wouldn't that be something, like for them to win 2 years in a row against 9 other teams? I'm just saying that would be like saying that would be pretty.
That would be it. Like this is again, it's every, by the way, the judges that are coming back, and we haven't officially announced it, but we'll mention it here on the show today as a part of the TINTSgiving special. The official judges of Tinter Battles 2023 are as listed. We have David Carley from Coolview returning from 2021. Then we have a new inductee, Jody Knight from KDX is judge number 2. And then the third and final judge is officially from Modesto, California, Roberta, along representing Solar Guard. She is the third and final judge. So we have David Carley, Jody Knight, and Roberta as the official judges. Now, one of the unique things about the judging system is that the judges are going to be utilizing a judging scorecard with the criteria printed on there so that everybody knows what they're being judged on. There is no secretive, there is no hidden ways of scoring this and trying to favor somebody else. The judges will be able to have that criteria and they're going to judge it to themselves. Now, another feature to this, though, there are additional judges scorecards for the attendees, the audience, to judge the judging. Put your score up against theirs and see how your score is lined up with theirs. So this is a way to hold everybody accountable. At the end of the day, the judges' scorecards have the final say, but the attendees can have an influence. The attendees can have an opinion of whether they agree or disagree with the judging's decision.
I love that. I love that it's like total transparency into the judging, because it's like it's not a matter of questioning the judging, it's understanding the judging. That's all everybody wants to do. You have this build up, you go compete, you have all that anxiety and excitement, and then when it's over, you just want to understand why you did how you did. Unless you won, then you understand. But if you came in 2nd through 10, you just want to understand why. And I think this brings that understanding not only to those people competing, but those people attending as well. And like you said, gives them a chance to judge the judges. And it also holds those judges publicly accountable, right? They have to leave Amelia Island, so they have to just, it has to be straight and clear.
Well, absolutely. I mean, you would not want to be a judge and, the entire crowd disagreed with your judging decision. I mean, you would not be coming back, very tintified, if I may say so. But this is a great way for the judges to be able to judge independently, but still be held accountable to the same judging criteria. And this will be released to the competitors and the attendees far ahead of time so that everybody understands what they're being judged on.
tools. Tim asked about tools. Bring your own tools. I think that's always recommended, because if you're competing, you might want to have like some go-to tools. But my understanding is the sponsors and like the event is just providing tons of tools so that there will be nothing that's potentially needed, and there'll be plenty of tools on hand if you want to jump in and get hands-on in any of the training seminars or anything like that. So bring your tools, but you won't necessarily need your tools.
Right. There's a few tool companies that are gonna be there. Of course, Tinta Tools is one of the main tool sponsors of Tinter Battles 2023. But regardless, bring your tools. Anyways, bring your tools, because once you're there and you experience the magic of Tinter Battles, you're gonna want to get your tools and get involved in some way, shape, or another.
Mm-hmm.
It's all of the fun and the entertainment of that is the magic of Tinter Battles 2023. And by the way, what was the other thing that I was going to mention here real quick? The competition. Oh yeah, yes. We have yet to announce the referees as far as for the Tinter Battles. And a question that has been asked throughout the groups is why is there a need for a referee for a competition like this? And for us, it's very, very simple. We want the tinters to compete and present their best work, period. You cannot say you're the best in the world if you lost against someone who got disqualified over a technicality. We don't want anybody getting disqualified for any technicality, because at the end of the day, we're not judging, the judges are not judging your work. So the referees are there more to remind the competitors of the rules, to leave their cars clean, to wipe the vehicle down, leave it in delivery condition as if you were going to be turning it into a customer. That way nobody gets disqualified for a technicality. We want everybody to have a fair chance at the event. Thankfully up until now, we've never had a disqualification because of that. Now we have had a few teams in the past that did not finish, so they did not qualify, but nonetheless, they were not disqualified.
Well, that clears up a lot. I don't think there's anything else to talk about regarding Tinter trivia, so we could probably just wrap this up then, right? Or I'll just get rid of Carlos or Squeegee, and me and the sheriff will just talk privately after.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on, Eric. I know that you better not be hitting that little X on that keyboard and trying to exit the Texas Squeegee out, because as far as I'm concerned, Sheriff, look at this phone. This phone is old, and it's not old because of age. It's old because of how many times I've dialed this number trying to get a hold of you, and I ain't got no answer. So as far as I'm concerned, the Texas Squeegee needs an answer out of the sheriff right now before we leave. This show is not over unless the Texas Squeegee gets an answer.
Squeegee, just so for future, if you're trying to contact anyone in Tint Wiz County, Tint Wiz operates through text message and live chat. So that might be why that whatever that device you have from the past isn't working for you. Just a heads up.
Maddie, Sheriff Tintright's assistant Maddie, never told me, and it just kept getting me madder and madder. So, Sheriff, what's happening? Is the sheriff joining the team of Tintertainment, or are you gonna betray the team of Tintertainment and join Tint Wiz community?
I think you should at least think about it, Sheriff. One of the Squeegee's high pressure sales tactics, you might have seen him in a TikTok video. He has this very high pressure sales tactic. He's going to try to make you make a decision right now. He's just trying to close you. So if I were you, I would just take a week or so. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving, take the holiday, do a little bit of yoga, let it sit on your mind, and you'll decide what team you want to be on. And at the end of the day, I feel like, there's no team that could lose, but you definitely think about it. Don't give in to his tactics. Okay.
Eric, stop. Sheriff, come on.
I want to finish my yoga session. I want to continue to meditate on Amelia Island and just think about it. Just let me think about it.
Sheriff, come on.
Sheriff, this is the kind of guy you lock up. Let's be real. So you're going to get on a team with basically the kind of guy you would lock up and have to deal with in the county jail.
No, see, that's not how it works. See, Sheriff, you're not becoming a team with the guy you would normally lock up. We are sending a message to the community. You are the good cop. I am the bad cop. And together we make a great team. Wiz Trainer was originally scheduled and reserved for Tintertainment, but he turned around and joined the Tint Wiz community. So Sheriff, please join Team Tintertainment along with the rest of the Tintfluencers.
Sheriff, I implore you to speak to the film trainer first, find out why he made that switch. It might be enough to convince you of the same thing. If somebody like the film trainer is making a decision like that, switching from somebody he looks identical to, he could be on a team with somebody he's identical looking, and he makes that switch. That's a hardcore move. You might want to talk to him first, find out what his reservations were, and then make your decisions. I'm just saying, you do a background check, figure it out. All right, we should wrap this up.
You take a look behind you and you see all them little checkered bricks. Well, guess what? Whether the film trainer left because there was a specific reason against the Texas Squeegee, or the Texas Squeegee sent the film trainer to be espionage spy, you don't know. So this is a game of chess, and that's beside the point. So, Sheriff, again, the Texas Squeegee, come on. It's Team Tintertainment. We are here for the unity of Tintertainment. The kids are watching us, Sheriff. They're
unity. It's literally
to be like us, Sheriff.
Hold on. Unity is literally in the word community. It's community. It's unity. You can't take unity for Tintertainment when it's literally Tint Wizdom unity. So if we're talking unity, you have your decision, Sheriff. Please take your time to think about it. Let the turkey digest before you potentially give in and you're on this, please just think about it.
Yeah, this will be continued. We will have to be continued.
Sheriff, what's going on, Sheriff? Please.
I don't know Texas Squeegee. I don't know you.
I muted him. So go ahead. I muted Carlos, so we can talk to Squeegee. Go ahead.
The Texas Squeegee is a wild man. I don't know. The Texas Squeegee with the flamethrower. He's an outlaw. The Texas Squeegee is an outlaw. He I don't know what he might do. So I can't be on the team. He get a little wild sometimes. The flamethrower. He might start shooting flames everywhere. Set them on fire. So the Texas Squeegee.
Look, if you decide to go on Team Tintertainment, obviously I fully support it. But I would just say take some time, think about it, because Team Tint Wiz community is where it's at. And, whatever. I'll enable his sound. Hopefully he'll quiet down.
Sheriff, do you see the controversy and the crossing of the moral, ethical lines of Tint Wiz community against Team Tintertainment? I mean, how much more proof do you need that there is a conspiracy against people like me and you, the Tintertainers of this industry? Sheriff, please, we need to preserve the integrity of this industry. This industry depends on it. This industry needs you, Sheriff, on Team Tintertainment to preserve law and integrity.
Have any of the teammates been announced yet for the other teams, for United or Pros?
As far as I'm concerned, no, they have not. But you mentioned earlier why the film trainer decided to jump off ship. I don't know where the film trainer went.
Yeah, why did the film trainer switch?
Off to greener pastures or off to go invade some lands? Now, that's beside the point. The point is, Montana, Sheriff Tintright, please. The Tintertainment team needs you. This is history of window film. Now, we saw you, Montana, Sheriff, we saw you heat shrinking and beating out the competition. You wowed the audiences with your ability to heat shrink, and not only heat shrink well, but be able to hold in there and have some stamina and technique. Now, I want to put you in a spotlight where people can not only see what you can do with your hands, but they can see what you know up here, Sheriff. This is a platform for you. Tintertainment is the brightest spotlight for someone like a Sheriff to be influential to the future generations. Sheriff, please. Tintertainment will bring that spotlight for you. Provide us with the opportunity to show.
This guy's talking about spotlights. This guy's talking about spotlights, and look at his pixelated image, and he was holding up that archaic telephone. Is that really who you think should be talking about platforms? Pixelation over there? Pixelation and landlines?
I don't know, Texas Squeegee.
Bro, what happens if when you're hitting the buzzer for Tinter Trivia, if his buzzer's pixelated like that, do you think it's going to ring first? Or would you rather be on the tech fast connection of Tint Wiz community? That's all I'm saying.
Texas Squeegee, you know I'm already in the Tint Wiz community. You know, I gotta do what the community want me to do, but I need to decide on it. Let me eat some turkey and
Whoa.
You should let the community
Wait a
vote.
minute, Sheriff, are you saying that you would like a voting poll between Tint Wiz community and Team Tintertainment? Who do they want the sheriff to join?
Hey,
is that what I just heard?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, because that's a tough one right there. You know, what team is the Wiz train on?
The Wiz trainer came over to Team Tint Wiz, my understanding.
Oh man, they got the Wiz train. They got the film train.
Oh wait, the Wiz trainer. Oh shit, I don't know what team. The Wiz trainer,
yeah,
I believe, is
the
on Tint Wiz community too, but I need a confirmation. I was talking to. We need it. I don't know. We need to figure this out, but I believe he's on Team Tint Wiz. Who knows?
Look, Sheriff, I'm just saying, if the film trainer is on Tint Wiz community, how do you feel being on a team with a guy that beat you last year? And you know, like there's not much community. There's not much unity in community if you're on a team with a person who brutally beat you last year like that. I was here, Sheriff. I'm the one. Texas Squeegee paid.
Is it clear to you why the film trainer left his team now after listening to him? Does it make more sense?
I'm getting the vibe. I'm getting the vibe that
I just feel like the no negativity thing that, you know, it's feeling a little negative to me over in that direction. Maybe that's
why I need the sheriff. Sheriff, with my charismatic, Tinter beating hell raising trailblazing energy and your calm and forced demeanor, together we can take over this world. Eric, he don't need you. He's just, he's got the wisdom.
Let the people speak.
Trainer. Sheriff, me and you, Sheriff, we'll take this here. We'll win, and we will take the belts back for Team Tintertainment. What do you say?
We'll send it to a poll, is what we're going to say. Isn't that what everybody?
We got to send it to. Yeah, we're gonna have to send it to the poll and try to figure out, because the film trainer is back home. The film trainer is on. He's on Team Tint Wiz, I believe, right? The Tint Wiz community.
I sure hope so.
Sure, I believe he's in the comment section. I'm not sure. Has he confirmed?
I'm not sure either, to be honest. I was figuring this out with everybody. But Sheriff, let's send this to a poll. I feel comfortable with the people make the right decision for the community. I always trust that people make the best decision.
And you know what? And let's put it like this, because Eric, you're very tech savvy, and no shenanigans. We are going to keep this to Tint Wiz community and Tintertainment Group. Both are private groups with no bots that can get in, preserving the Tintegrity Act of 2022.
Fair.
I look forward to having you on the team, Sheriff. A team of 4,000 members against a team of 1,000 members. I look forward to you, and I will be sending you your welcome package here shortly.
All right. Tinter Battles, it's coming up in about 47 days. It's January 5th to the 8th. You arrive on Thursday anytime. That night, there's a welcome reception. You feed your belly, you have some drinks, tintertainment, mix and mingle. And then the next morning, which is Friday the 6th, that is from Tinteractive activities and breakfast all the way until dinner and tintertainment and everything in between, all the competitions we mentioned today, followed by Saturday the 7th. That's when the seminars and and the main Tinter Battles competition will take place, as well as the award ceremony and everything else. And then Sunday, there is a breakfast and a send-off, and then we will all go through the withdrawal of having to leave and part ways. It's coming up quick. Tickets are $250. That includes all your food, includes all the competitions. It includes absolutely everything. There's no way for you to spend more than $250 unless you buy something on site outside of like one of those cookies or something. Who knows? Sheriff, is there anything you'd like to say?
I just want to tell them, be ready for the gap challenge. Like I said, the gap challenge is going to have you on your top edge. It's going to be a great challenge. I'm looking forward, and then most people will be able to get their gap certificate. That's one thing. You'll be to, pass the gap inspection. which, like I say, the gap numbers have decreased. It's been a lot of filing and a lot of micro edging going on, so that's a good thing since we started the Operation Close the Gap. So
Sure.
the gap numbers
I hate
are
to interrupt you here, but my understanding was, you just mentioned that people will be able to get GAP certified, but if they actually fail the GAP certification, my understanding is there might be some sort of consequences to that. So if you actually fail the GAP certification, like you can either leave with a GAP certification or there's some sort of consequences. I don't know if that means like what that means exactly at this point. I didn't know if you could expand on that or not, or that's just going to be a surprise. But
yeah, we keep that a surprise. But it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a lot of great tenders coming. So if you failed, then you must not even really try it, for you to fail. So it's really going to be kind of hard to fail, but it's a possibility that you can fail. But like I say, the gap numbers are down, and it's been looking good ever since we started Operation Close the Gap. We've been working with the industry complaint department. They had a lot of cases, and the cases is gone. So shout out to Nipsey and Lawrence industry complaint department, because those guys, they've been working behind the scene, and they rough too. So those guys, they when they get you, they get you. They don't play no games.
And Squeegee, is there anything you'd like to say to the community? Please don't address the sheriff in any way. Please just keep it straight to the community if you don't mind.
Well, the Texas Squeegee is looking forward to sharing the magical experience of a lifetime with all of the competitors and the attendees there. And I will be looking forward to the sheriff joining Team Entertainment. How's that?
Kind of did what I said, but yeah, I guess he didn't. Dave Dillinger mentioned that he asked if he missed the rules for the gap inspection challenge, that there's no files, no shaving. Is that correct, Sheriff?
That's correct. It's gonna be all in your cut, and like I say, if you cut right, it's gonna turn out right. But that's the thing, no filing, no shaving. Who can do the cleanest, the fastest, and like I say, get your top edge as good as you can get it, and hey, we're gonna judge and base it off that. It has to be clean, it has to be clean, a clean job, which everybody knows. So it's all that gonna be based on the cleanness, the cut, and everything. You want to make sure it's below the rubber. You don't want to cut above the rubber. And have it. Have your film above the rubber. You want it all behind it. So we're gonna be looking at all that.
Eric, real quick, I just wanted to inject a little bit of a comment here. This truly is going to be one of the most incredible competitions to witness, because to compete, you're going to have a series of competitors who got there by the art of this gap challenge. I mean, it's truly testing the accuracy and the artist of the window film competitor. And then you have the heat shrink battle, which is a different skill set in the window tinter's arsenal. And then additionally, you're going to have the brains of the industry formulating a team to present forward. So it's one of the most versatile ways to qualify competitors in a championships competition. And I cannot wait to see in that. It's not about popularity, and it's not about a big name. This is about going to the window tinting competition and get straight down to it and be a grade A world-class elite installer. And if I was Jimmy Nance and Chuck Cochran, they were extremely calm in the previous Tinter Battles. However, this year the competition is stiffened up because the rules are still as simple, but the qualification process is based purely on the quality and the technicality of these installers.
Three teams.
Pure skill. That's
Pure skill gets you into the championships.
3 teams from the Gap Inspection Challenge will move on. 1 team from the Tinter Trivia will move on, and 5 teams from the heat shrink competition will move on, plus the returning champions, the Wizards. That'll make up the 10 teams that go on to compete at Tinter Battles Saturday, January 7th.
Right.
And all you need to do to compete is get your ticket to show up. That ticket includes your food. It includes the seminars, the autofilm mastery, as well as entering all the competitions, and hopefully potentially maybe walking away with a belt.
Exactly. One of the rare opportunities of a lifetime: trainings, business conference, world-class competitions, and world-class entertainment, all in one ticket at Tinter Battles 2023.
We'll see everyone there. I cannot wait. I'm just
Eric, one final message as far as on behalf of Tintertainment to the window film community. We just want to give everyone, in spirit of TINTSgiving and Thanksgiving tomorrow, we truly, truly, truly want to give everyone a huge thank you for participating in everything that Tintertainment has been able to put together. And we just appreciate the support. And I think that at Tinter Battles 2023, we are going to give that back and a lot more, and just in pure appreciation of everybody's involvement, from every single person that is watching right now, who has ever left a comment, who has ever reacted to anything coming out of Tintertainment or Tinter Battles. I mean, we're extremely grateful. And Sheriff, extremely grateful to you and your efforts as well, and your positive influence in this community. As Tintertainers and Tintfluencers, you don't always know who's watching on the other side of that screen. However, your positivity is reaching, in areas that you may not know. It causes a ripple effect, and I just want to thank you for being a positive voice in this industry today.
Oh, well, you're welcome. It's an honor. It's an honor. Trust me, it's an honor. It's a pleasure and an honor to be able to contribute any type of way to the community or to the industry, and just like I say, to continue doing what we do.
Exactly. And one final little mention here. Next week on Tinter Tuesday Live, Jason Omeletsky is having a Tinter Battles round table, having previous legends coming onto the show all at the same time to discuss the previous Tinter Battles and the next one coming up next for the in January. So that will be happening next week, Tinter Tuesday Live, 8 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Mountain Time.
The best thing to do is go on YouTube real quick, type in Tinter Tuesday Live. You'll see next week's video already posting. You hit notify me, and then you get notified, so there's no way to miss it. That's what I do.
Yes. And then for Black Friday, tintertainment.com is having a 30% discount on the entire store. So if you go to tintertainment.com, any merch or apparel that you are able to get your hands on, such as some of the Tinter Battles shirts that you may have been seeing some of the Tintertainers be wearing, it's 30% off across the entire store. That is a time to get all of your merch if you plan on going to the event and you want to be themed out.
Okay. Well,
with that being said, is there any final words, Mr. Eric Devash?
What you said earlier about the community and giving back at this event, what you said about the kind sheriff, I want to say, it was perfectly said. And I really feel that same way. And that is really what this event is about. It's putting on something that, you hope the industry will enjoy, the industry will find value in, and just having a great time. And I feel lucky to be around all at the same time to be able to do this. Who would have thought that there would be something like this just a few years ago? So it's exciting how quickly it's come to fruition, and we're only 40 something days away, and it's going to be absolutely epic. So if you can make it, I know it'll be worth your time, and something that, we'll never forget. So with that said, happy TINTSgiving to everyone, and thanks for joining on this TINTSgiving Eve. Enjoy with your family, friends, and whoever tomorrow. And we'll be back next Wednesday with one of the judges from Tinter Battles, Jody Knight from KDX, also a sponsor of Tinter Battles. I look forward to sitting down with Jody. We're going to be discussing his new position with KDX, as well as Tinter Battles and everything else outside of that with Jody. And looking forward to that next Wednesday. And be happy, safe, and thankful. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Eric, for having this for us as well. So
Thank you.
Always a pleasure. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody. Squeegee that.
Squeegee that.